All right, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get advantages of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rachah Kodash, double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the tabernacles of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be, to I say Shalom, Yasharal, Shalom. Okay, as we just quoted 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, all right? Lest Satan should get advantages of us, for we're not ignorant. Ignorant means to not know of his devices. We're going to talk about it, okay? Now, this first video is not really super important. It's just more so showing you how far along all this uh, robotic technology has come to a point where they have them dancing on the stage, all right? As a matter of fact, I hate to really move it. I'll try to recenter. Well, actually, I don't have to, because they'll show you. They'll point out, okay, which if you're looking close enough, you'll tell what's human, what's robotic, and what you see there in that I guess it's kind of like a teal color, teal green, teal blue, or whatever. Anyways, that neon looking color, those are the robots. All right, so and they're pretty much dancing. So those are not people in masks; those are robots. So we're gonna play this first video, but then I want to get to the second video, the one that I really want to get to. This was an add-on, but I want to play it anyways.
把火力全开，重新编曲，舞蹈也是全新的，让王力宏演唱会台上还有着小思。
Yeah, I don't have no captions, but you know, you can just watch it anyways.
身旁除了舞者，还有这也是舞者，只是是机器人舞者，同样是穿舞台服，每个顿点、肢体，甚至是和曲的搭配，统统很到位。
I mean, this is what the world has come to. You got AI dancing, robots dancing. You got AI writing people's songs, rap songs, and all this kind of stuff like that. You got robots built for everything that humans are doing to basically remove humans out of the way, which is why Elon Musk was talking about work being optional. Optional. I think I said it right. Optional. Yeah, optional. Okay, you don't have to work because they want to put you under the microchip system with a UBI. So if you want to work, it'll just be an optional thing, but you're not going to have to work because you're going to be babied by the government, right? It's like it's like the Esau is trying to be King Solomon or something. Solomon had 1,000 women. You don't think those women were well taken care of? Of course. Solomon was the richest man. Okay, so Esau is just basically gonna chip everybody and just take care of everybody, but you're not gonna be like his women. You're gonna be his slaves. Okay, if you fall to his device. All right. Here's the other video.
Imagine what life inside a prison must be like. You're isolated, you're cut off from the world, you have no idea what's going on outside. Outside, cities are growing, technology is advancing, which is why for prisoners who've been inside a prison for many years, a life outside the prison walls is a prospect that's really intimidating. Inside a California prison, now they're using...
As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pump up some more on this one. Because this one I found very interesting. Because with this age that we're moving into, they're targeting prisoners, all right, and giving them, well, not giving it to them, but allowing them to make use of virtual reality to get them up to speed with the new world, okay? Because they don't want anybody out of touch with the new world. So, the prisoners get released, they're up to speed, they can cope with the new world, and they'll easily be walked into something like this here, all right? A universal basic income, okay? They'll easily be walked into something like that, all right? But let's just play this video for now.
It sets to help long-serving inmates prep for a life outside the prison walls. It's an amazing story. Have a watch. Inside prison walls, time moves differently. Concrete corridors stretch endlessly, and days are measured in routines, nights in silence. For the men and women incarcerated in prisons, the world outside goes from being distant to one that they can't relate to. Cities grow, technology changes, and life on the outside can seem foreign and intimidating. In a California prison, authorities are trying virtual reality to help inmates prepare for life in the real world. For most individuals, it's the first encounter with the technology. Not surprisingly, the experience can feel overwhelming, especially for those who have been incarcerated for a long time. I've been gone 20 years. The world has changed drastically, like crazy, with this technical age. So, learning how to use VR, it was a little challenging.
And this is not foreign. This is what they're testing here. It says California. I think it was California. All right. So I don't know what prison this is. I don't know how old or new this video is. I just saw it. It kind of gave me kind of interest to talk about it. All right. But preparing prisoners to come out into the digital world. Okay. And there's many ways that could go. Okay. Because like we mentioned before, just walking them into the new system, the CHIP, the UBI, social credit score, all those different things. Okay, preparing them for that, but also, a war is coming. So, the CHIP could be partly used to what's the word I'm looking for? I guess kind of coerce them into being released. Maybe earlier they tell you get released. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just making up a scenario. Just being thoughtful here. But they could easily say, "Hey, this is the new world on the outside, and this is what's going on right now. We're going to offer you to be released early, and this is the way out." You don't think they would take it? Of course. But just back to this video, preparing their minds for the new world, because the new world is digital. Now, it could be back. It could be the 1950s. A guy was in prison to 1989 or something like that. Okay, or whatever. I'm just making up some stuff. But from the time he was in prison, he served 35 years to the time he comes out. Even then, the world has changed. So we just line it up to the world now in real time. From however long, like I said, I don't know how old or new this video is, but obviously it's more modern because it's talking about the world, and I'm pretty sure it's more modern. But to be in prison now and then come out in this present world, yeah, everything has changed. All right, there's way more digital technology. Everything's online. Uh, you know, they haven't fully done away with everything being paper yet, but a lot of things have been, paper has been moved to the side for digital stuff. Okay, so even preparing the minds of the inmates for the digital world. Okay.
A bit. Even just putting the headset on, taking your hat off and having to do that, that's a whole little thing in itself. So, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. Once I got the hang of everything, moving the controllers, I guess you have two controllers you move around. It has a beam. You point at whatever, they have videos, and you point at the content, and they'll play it for you, and you get to visualize what's happening out there. And it's total 360. You're totally somewhere else. From using an ATM, walking through a store, even resolving a conflict, skills most of us take for granted. For some, the experience is also a way to escape the mental strain of incarceration.
Even though you may physically be incarcerated, you don't have to be mentally incarcerated. You understand what I'm saying? So you can actually liberate yourself. You may physically be here, but mentally and spiritually, you can actually transcend this environment.
The program combines immersive experiences with practical training. Participants move through virtual cities, natural landscapes, and everyday scenarios designed to mirror the challenges they will face once released. The activity is aimed at building confidence by teaching essential life skills, all within a safe, controlled environment.
The content that we build is based off of our experiences and what could help other folks in the future, and also the folks that are inside inform our content. So those are like examples of how I feel like the virtual reality really can reduce stress, develop pro-social skills, and help folks as they re-enter.
But it goes beyond skills. The experience can be transformative. Inmates are reminded of what the world outside is like and given reinforcement to change their lives. Most of our folks have never been off their block, let alone out the country. So they see Thailand, and so many times people would take off the headsets and they'd be crying because they'd be like, I never knew the world was beautiful. I never thought this was for me. I want to go to Thailand now. I'm going to change my life, right?
And see, the thing is, and I'm speaking of this, like I said, I don't know how old it is. I'm just speaking of it as in real time. Like, if say that was happening, somebody did this year or next year or whatever, right? The world that they're coming out to ain't gonna be like that virtual headset, showed you, okay? Because there are some beautiful places on the world and and stuff like that, but they're not showing you, that virtual headset ain't showing you what the real world is truly like, okay? How jobs are closing, okay? And money is short, stress level is high. All right, people have many differences on all different kinds of levels. The digital system is about to be in play. All right. See, that virtual headset ain't preparing you for that. It's just preparing you to cope with the world that you're so unfamiliar with. But it's not showing you that the world that you're so unfamiliar with is actually a digital one now. Okay.
Something as simple as that helped them radically reimagine their trajectory. Over time, participants gain familiarity with technology, improve their problem-solving abilities, and develop strategies for navigating social interactions.
And you can see what some of the things that they're showing. Like, I mean, I don't understand how that's helpful to them, but whatever. All right.
Potential stressful situations that they will encounter when they finally leave the prison walls.
And that's pretty much it. Like I said, nothing too heavy. Just thought it was something interesting there that I want to bring up real quick, as far as those crazy robots dancing and stuff. But this is the age that we're in, where everything is going digital. Everything has some kind of tapped into robotics, surveillance, and all these different things. But this is the world that Esau is trying to create, because he wants to be the Most High. He wants to take the seat of authority of being the power over creation, okay? But this is Esau's world. But his world is almost over. His age is almost up, okay? Excuse me. I mean, but it's not much more to talk about. More so, this more so was a watch session here. So yeah, it was a quick hit. I mean, I could leave it at that. So, Lord, will you edify? Shalom.